As financial aid administrators, you play an important role in breaking down the barriers that stand between students and the support they need. My name is McKay. I'm the FAFSA Completion Senior Manager at SchoolHouse Connection.
My name is Jillian Sitjar, and I'm the Director of Higher Education. And if you work in financial aid, this video is for you.
As someone who worked in financial aid, I understand firsthand the challenges you face and the importance of clear guidance.
The FAFSA Simplification Act includes changes to better support students experiencing homelessness. First, let's talk about renewals. If a student at your institution already has an unaccompanied homeless youth determination, federal law now requires you to presume they remain independent in subsequent years unless you have conflicting information.
If a student with a prior determination selects yes to the 2526 FAFSA question asking if since July 1st they have been either unaccompanied and homeless or self-supporting and at risk of homelessness, you must automatically roll over their independent status. No new documentation is required. If your system needs documentation, use the existing determination on file.
You can ask the student if their situation has changed, but this should be a simple yes or no statement. You cannot require extra documentation, verification, third-party letters, or notarizations, and this cannot delay financial aid processing.
Next, let's talk about accepting and making new determinations. Financial aid offices must accept determinations made from an expanded list of authorized entities. Anyone listed here can confirm if a student meets the definitions for unaccompanied and homeless, or unaccompanied, self-supporting, and at risk of homelessness. Update your institutional forms to reflect this expanded list, or use our form.
Determinations can be submitted as a written statement, determination letter, or a documented phone call. Once you have a determination from an authorized entity, no further documentation or verification is needed. If a student is unable to provide an unaccompanied homeless youth determination, it's your responsibility as a financial aid administrator to make the determination yourself. This process is separate from dependency overrides and based strictly on whether the student meets the federal definitions. This isn't professional judgment, and you don't need to know the reasons why behind the circumstances, just whether the definitions are met.
Here's a quick refresher on homeless definitions. As a reminder, a student can either be unaccompanied and homeless, where they are not in the physical custody of a parent or legal guardian, and they lack a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence, or they can be unaccompanied, self-supporting, and at risk of homelessness, where they are providing for all of their own expenses, and their housing may cease to be fixed, regular, and adequate. And remember, a student can have a relationship with their parents and still meet these definitions. Some students may come into contact with their parents, like the occasional phone call, but don't receive any financial support. Maybe they're staying temporarily with others because their parents' housing doesn't allow them to live together. These situations can be complicated, and contact doesn't always mean support.
There's another really important provision to keep in mind. Once a student enrolls or requests an unaccompanied homeless youth determination, your office has 60 days to complete the determination process. This timeline applies to your office, not the student. Students should not have their request denied if they take longer than 60 days to respond.
Our FAFSA page has many resources, including detailed explanations, best practices, interview walkthroughs, and sample determination letters. Please reach out to me at caleb@schoolhouseconnection.org if you have any questions.
And remember, these FAFSA provisions are meant to remove barriers, not add them.